Hi, everybody. So my name's Jason. I have about 15 years of experience in visual effects and animation, but I left that about 2.5 years ago to start a project called Rejected Princesses that covers badass women of history that you've likely never heard of. And I'm here to talk to you about, well, why you haven't heard of them. So there's a list in your head. It's safe, it's censored, and it's short, and it's the women you learn about in history class. And most of them are probably people that Henry VIII killed at one point or another. And it's a shitty list, whereas you look at the list for boys and you have everybody from Abe Lincoln to Genghis Khan to Winston Churchill, so good, bad, and asshole, sort of both. But you go to the women's side, and when you do get someone interesting, oftentimes you're getting like a sliver of who they really were. You don't get the full fleshed out portrait. So you get Joan of Arc, but you don't get her as a sarcastic firebrand or a feared warlord. She was both. But you don't even get enough about her story to make it make sense. Like, who the hell let in the girl who was hearing voices to see the king? The answer is Yolande of Aragon, who was the mother-in-law of the king, had an army ready to kick out the British and a demoralized king who needed a sign from God. So she manufactured one, came up with a legend about girls coming in from the far reaches of France, and then interviewed 30 of them until she found Joan. You get Harriet Tubman, but you don't get the story of why she's not smiling in this picture. She's not smiling because she doesn't have any front teeth. She doesn't have any front teeth because she knocked them all out with the butt of her rifle when she got a mouth infection while out on a mission and didn't want to jeopardize it. You get Amelia Earhart. You don't get how she was a polyamorous libertine who had an open marriage contract that basically said, look, I'll try and be faithful, but let's be honest, I'm Amelia Earhart and you're Amelia Earhart's husband. And this frustrates me because everything gets boiled down and literally Disneyfied. You get Helen Keller as a kid, but you don't get latter-day socialist firebrand Helen Keller. Once they got her talking, they just wanted her to shut up. And quite literally Disneyfied. You get Pocahontas as hot, Barbie Pocahontas, but you don't get that she was prepubescent, and there's all sorts of really squicky shit in history. And in the absence of well-rounded characters of women in history, you get that, and this is a problem because it is a blueprint. The stuff we put in front of kids is a blueprint for the sort of kids that we want. And this all boils down to a single question that I ran across time and time again in the animation industry: what is suitable for children? And every time that we would try and push it, anytime anyone tried to push it, it would be focus groups that shoot it down, shoot it down, shoot it down, shoot it down. And this is not a foregone conclusion of what is suitable for children. You think that it's like, okay, well, I know what that is. But you look at, ancient Greek history of Leda and the Swan, where Zeus was coming down getting freaky in all sorts of animal forms, and kids were learning about that. You get Ragnarok in Norse mythology. Kids could handle that, and that was some fucked up shit. But there is hope. Like, you look at, we're living in a golden age full of amazing, complex women and just role models of all stripes out there in the world. The problem is that they have trouble finding audiences. These are all movies that people have tried. The history of the animation industry is a graveyard of overreach. All of these are amazing. Monsters vs. Aliens is a literal female empowerment movie, and it didn't do very well. So supporting these will get you more interesting shit. So this is a woman named Maria Oktyabrskaya, World War II Soviet, husband was killed by the Nazis. She sells all their belongings, buys a tank, names a tank Fighting Girlfriend, and starts killing Nazis. It's a real person that actually happened, okay? This is Jenkum Bond, the mother of Angola. When the Portuguese refused to give her a seat to sit on, she sat on her servant, then got up, conquered a tribe of cannibals, waged guerrilla warfare on them for 40 years until the Portuguese were like, fuck it, you can have it, and left. This is Shajar al-Dur, started out as a concubine. Her husband died, and days later, Louis IX invaded on the Seventh Crusade. She crushed him, took him hostage, and ransomed him back to France for 30% of France's GDP. I want her movie. I'm a little passionate about this. This is what I do. This is a central image from my book that showcases the 100 entries in it. You can see there's a lot of diversity. There's so many goddamn stories that are not Frozen sequels. This is a map of a little bit of the work that I've done, and so many other people have done so much before me, will continue doing work. There's so much more that we can be doing if we just push what is suitable for children. I hope you'll support it. Thank you.